With the world becoming more reliant on technology every day, the market for hacking is the biggest it has ever been. From those that breach cybersecurity as a job to those that leak government documents for fun, computer hacking is now a global pandemic that can't be stopped. With many hacking groups spawning daily, there is one group that has been pushed to the forefront of the scene, and that group is Anonymous.
Greetings, Canada. We are Anonymous.
The Hacking Collective was formed in 2003 on the website 4chan. 4chan is an image board website where users can post anonymously, with no rules or limitations. The name Anonymous was inspired by the anonymity under which users posted on 4chan. The group has two logos, the Guy Fawkes mask that hacktivists wear in public, and the man without the head image. Both highlight the group's secrecy and lack of any formal leadership. Anonymous first made headlines in 2008 targeting the Church of Scientology. The group claimed they wanted to shed light on the cult removal of free speech from their believers. Since then, the Hacker Collective has been involved in everything from Occupy Wall Street to Operation ISIS. While Anonymous initially was pinned by the media as cyber terrorists for attacks on the government and businesses, the group's reputation has now changed. The Washington Times reports that the collective is being praised for their work, particularly its mission to combat cyber jihadists. They have also been known as the Digilantes for their efforts to retaliate against the terrorist attacks on French satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo and the Paris bombings. However, even though the group has started to change their image, the majority remain black hat hackers. Black hat hackers, also known as crackers or dark side hackers, are those that bypass server security with malicious intent. It is known that what others do to stop these men from getting through security can be cracked by a group in a short amount of time. The term black hat comes from old westerns where the bad guys of the film usually wore black hats and the good guys wore white ones. One of the most known malicious hackers is Gary McKinnon. In 2002, a weird message appeared on a US Army computer screen. It read, "Your security system is crap," and "I am solo, I will continue to disrupt at the highest levels." McKinnon suffered from Asperger's syndrome. Though sufferers often have difficulty reading social cues and acknowledging the impact of their often obsessive behavior, they are also often geniuses in one particular subject. For Gary, it was computers. Gary now holds the title of pulling off the largest hack on the US government network to date. He was charged with illegally accessing 97 computers, deleting and replacing thousands of files. All of this behavior caused a total of $700,000 in damage. His motive for this attack may surprise you though, as McKinnon claims he was in search of information on UFOs. He believed the US government was hiding such information in its military computers. Often starting as malicious hackers, white hat hackers are known as the good guys in the world of computer hacking. Although their main purpose is also to get by server security, they do it for other reasons. White hat hackers are hired by companies to find holes in their security so the crackers can't access valuable information. Without any white hat hackers, most companies would not have any privacy on the internet due to all of their information being dumped on hundreds of websites or being sold privately to rival companies. Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple Computers, started his career as a white hat hacker and is one of the most influential hackers to date. Along with Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, Wozniak paved the way towards what would later become a global success. Before Apple existed, however, Wozniak began his computer career by creating something called blue boxes, a device that could bypass traditional telephone switch mechanisms in order to make free long-distance calls. Wozniak and Jobs built these boxes together and ended up selling them to their college classmates. From there, they progressed to bigger and better ideas. Between the two groups, it can easily be said that the bad hackers outweigh the good ones. However, the black hat hackers can also work with good intent. A good example of this was demonstrated in 2011 when Anonymous shut down over 40 child pornography sites, including the largest site of its kind. Along with the shutdown of these sites, they released information of the users, including IP addresses, names, and more. In November 2015, Anonymous announced a major, sustained operation against ISIS following the Paris terrorist attacks. The group claimed to have taken over 6,000 ISIS members offline within the first 2 days of the attacks, and the number continues to grow every day. Those that aren't hacking are active in, most times, peaceful protesting. Although to some, the mask may be intimidating, they are simply standing, fighting for what they believe is right. A tragic example of those being intimidated by the mask can be seen in this clip, where an anonymous protester is shot and killed in Dawson Creek.
The cops just shot this guy. Holy He's dead. There's blood everywhere. This is up.
With both computer hackers and activists working together, Anonymous has raised attention worldwide over many topics. One thing that the public doesn't understand yet, though, is that most anonymous activists are regular people working 9-to-5 jobs, just like most of the world. Take this clip for example. During a peaceful protest, these men are nearly detained because they want to keep their anonymity.
Take your mask off?
Hey, mate.
Do I have to? Just asking. You don't have to, but...
It would be a nice gesture.
The mask was the point.
There's a section. What's the face mask all about?
The mask?
Yeah.
Anonymous.
Sorry?
It's basically protecting anonymity on the internet. It's a privacy issue.
Oh, the internet stuff, yeah.
Yeah, basically, long story short, it's an idea that suggests Swiss banks can keep their anonymity and keep their bank accounts hidden. So why should the public not be able to keep their anonymity? It's a bit of a statement, and all we're doing is going to the Home Office today, like we just discussed with this guy, just in solidarity with what's happened around the world today. I don't know if you know, but the hacking group Anonymous shut down the website of the Home Office. So we're literally just going to go get a bit of film, just so we can say we were outside in solidarity with the worldwide movement that is more and more becoming more and more unstoppable. Just us five, It was a last minute thing an hour ago. We said, well, let's come down.
Are you aware of rules of having demonstrations?
Yep.
That we have to be notified, etc.
Yep.
Yeah. So how are you where are you starting from?
Yeah, well, it's not a march or anything like that. We know that obviously if you want to make a protest, you have to agree, but we know it's not illegal as such to do that. If you do not ask for permission, it only becomes illegal if you cause harm, loss or distress, or something goes wrong.
Where have you been walking?
We've just come from a pillow fight in Trafalgar Square, as it goes.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a peaceful one as well. So we were gonna.
Who's that with?
I don't know. It was the China. It's Global Pillow Fight Day today, basically.
Oh, is it? I missed out on that one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Pretty funny actually. Let's do it every year. I'll do it next year.
Are you walking
I'll remember the date.
from there?
Yep.
And where are you walking towards now?
The Home Office. Well, we don't even know where it is, but we're looking for the Home Office, which I believe is just around this corner here. Just to see the situation, to see if it is closed. And we wouldn't mind just getting a few photos of us so we can say, with the Home Office sign in the background to say we were there on this day. Because, it's going to be...
Have you got an ID on your lads?
We have, but we don't really want to... I mean, there's no real need to show. I wouldn't really think that.
If you get stopped again, because you will in this area, won't you? Unless we have the recording of it.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm trying to help you.
It's just a bit of a...
Get on with what you want to do in a nice way. But we need a bit of help as well, otherwise you will get stopped by more police.
But it just seems a little bit insulting that in the 21st century in Britain we should be asked for, while we're peacefully protesting, haven't done anything wrong, should be asked for our details. It sort of suggests that you've
done anything wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm not obliged to actually give you the details, am I? I don't like going down that route, but I would hope that you'd put faith in us. I hope that you put faith in us, if that's all right with you.
What did you say your name was again, sorry?
Oh, don't play that. Don't play the old repeating with me.
Dan, wasn't it?
Yeah. Are we free to go? Is that all right?
I'll just grab your detail. What's your name, my friend?
As I say, are we free to go?
Not at this moment.
No, why not?
No,
So we're being detained?
We are being detained while I find out exactly what you're doing. And I'm just going to confer with the inspector to find out if you're not breaking any rules or anything, because you're going straight into elements where it's getting a bit beyond my capabilities.
Okay.
What would you say your name was again, Dan?
Yeah, as I say, I still would say that if we're not being detained,
Guys,
there is no
you are free to go.
Yeah.
If you don't want to give your details, you are free to go.
Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll go around there, be there for 5 minutes, we'll go home, you'll go home, everyone will have a great day, and no more will be said. I mean, that's probably what the best. Yeah.
Anonymous is a dangerous group. Starting as a few people with small goals in online trolling, they are now a global empire that fights for the people that can't. Although not all of their motives or ideas are ethical, Anonymous are the people the world needs.
We are anonymous. not forgive. And we do not forget.